Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay and I'm a graduate assistant for the Psychology Participant Pool. Now in this video, I'll be going over a short introduction on how to participate in psychology research. So first things first, our contact information is sci101paper@gmail.com. Now this video and the resources available to you on the Blackboard page should answer all of your questions. However, if you do have remaining questions or if you're ever having any technical difficulties, you can feel free to contact us at this email. So as I mentioned, we do have a Blackboard section entitled Psych Participant Pool, and it looks just like that on your Blackboard page. When you log into Blackboard, you should see this on your homepage, and what you can do is click on that link in which there are several sections with all the information you need on how to complete the research requirement. So what we do ask is that you look at this page thoroughly. It really has a lot of information so you know exactly how to complete the requirements successfully. If for some reason after reviewing that information you still have more questions, you can go ahead and contact us. Now, this section will not show up on your Blackboard page until after the add drop deadline has passed. So before that, don't worry if you don't see it. You will after that date. If after the add drop deadline passes, you still don't see this on your Blackboard profile, go ahead and send us an email and we will get it added. Now, you may be asking, why have a research requirement? So please keep in mind that much of the information we receive through scientific studies actually comes from students like you that participate in these studies. Participation also allows you to see how the scientific process takes place and allows you to see how researchers design their studies. If you would like, the results of the research studies are always available upon request by contacting the researcher. So what you need to know is that every Psych 101 student is required to obtain a total of 4 credits to complete the requirement. Now, these credits can come in one of 3 ways. First, you can complete 4 hours of research participation, which involves signing up for studies, which you receive 1 credit for every hour of research participation. You can also complete 2 article summaries that are worth 2 credits each. Or you can do a combination of both by both participating in research studies and writing an article summary. Now, I should note that there is an age requirement, so you must be at least 18 years old to sign up for studies. If you are not 18 years old, you can obtain research credits by writing article summaries. That's basically your only option. However, if you are going to turn 18 within this semester, you do have the option to wait until you turn 18 to start participating in research. However, I would just be careful. Make sure that you have enough time to complete all 4 credits. It is important to note that if you are making up an incomplete, the credits that you might have earned in previous semesters will not count towards this semester. You do have to start from 0. Also, if you are participating in research through a non-Psych 101 course, that is offered as extra credit, and much of this information actually doesn't apply, so you'll want to go ahead and look at your syllabus for more information and to your professor. Okay, so as I mentioned, there is an article summary which is worth 2 credits each. There are 2 sections to the article summary. So section 1 is a summary of the research article that you choose. The summary must be at least 500 words. It must be in your own words. Plagiarism is taken very seriously here at San Diego State University. So please be sure to cite any quotes that you use accordingly. And for the most part, use your own words. That's the expectation here. The second section consists of a critique and discussion of the significance of the research findings, and this must be at least 250 words, and again, must also be in your own words. So the total word count requirement is 750 words. This does not include any headings. Please make sure you do a word count to ensure that you meet the requirements. The 750-word requirement also does not include your name and, again, any headings. So we do conduct a word count on your assignment to make sure that it's acceptable. It is the actual summary and critique and discussion that we look at to see if you pass that word count requirement. Now, as far as your article summaries, they must come from the 4 accepted journals. Those are Psychological Science in the Public Interest, Current Directions in Psychological Science, American Psychologist, and Cerebrum. And links to the 4 journals are available on the Blackboard page section under Article Summaries Information. Now, in terms of submitting the article summary, you'll go ahead and submit it through Turnitin, which is through the Blackboard page. So this is kind of an image of what that would look like. You would go ahead and click on Article Summary Turnitin links, click on the appropriate link in which you turn it in. You want to make sure you receive a confirmation that the paper was submitted successfully. All right, now in regards to getting started, in terms of the first steps you want to take, first it is very important that you have an updated email address in your web portal, as the login information in order to participate in research will be sent to that email address. So please be sure to update your email address in web portal. Very, very often we get inquiries stating that they never receive their information, and it's because we have the wrong email on file. Now, the system that we use to sign you up for studies is called Sona. Here's the URL for that site. So you can go ahead and copy and paste this and save it to your favorites in your browser. You will also be sent an email with this link as well. Now, about 24 hours before the day that the pre-screen survey is available, you will receive an email with login information. If you do not receive this login information by the end of that corresponding week, after the add drop deadline has passed, please be sure to contact us so we can make sure you have a profile and get that information over to you. Also, it's important to make sure that the login information is not sent to your spam folder, so you'll want to check that as well. The email with the login information will be coming from this email address. So it's the sdsu-admin@sonasystems.net. Be sure to configure your email account to receive emails from this email address. And of course, if you do not receive an email containing your login information after taking these steps, checking your spam, making sure your email is correct, etc., go ahead and contact us, and we'll go ahead and make sure that that login information is sent to you. And again, none of this will happen before the add drop deadline passes. So once the add drop deadline passes, within 3 to 4 business days, that's when you'll want to contact us if you're still not seeing anything. Now, as for accessing Sona, there are several ways to do so. So for one, a link to Sona will be provided in the email containing your login information. Secondly, there is a link on Blackboard, and Sona can also be accessed through the SDSU Department of Psychology homepage. So if you go to the psychology homepage and click under Research, that is another way to get to Sona. Now here is a view of the Sona login page. Once you receive your login information, you can come here and sign up for research studies by using your user ID and password. If you've lost your password or user ID, you can click on the Forgot Password link and you will be able to find your password as long as you have your user ID available. If not, you can, of course, email us to reset it, but we do ask that you just try the Forgot Password link because it can work that way as well. All right, now here's some information regarding the Prescreen Survey. The Prescreen Survey is a preliminary study that is offered to you through Sona. Now, you will want to look up the dates on Blackboard as to when the prescreen will be offered. Now, once it's removed, you will no longer have the opportunity to complete it, and completing the prescreen does make you eligible to sign up for other more selective studies. So you do want to look up the dates on Blackboard to see when it will be offered. Now, participation in the Prescreen Survey is worth 1 hour of research credit. It normally takes about 40 minutes to complete. And it is also optional, but it is strongly encouraged because the data that we obtain will make you eligible for other studies that you otherwise might not qualify for. All right, now you will want to check Blackboard for key deadlines throughout the semester. So here is some more information about specific deadlines. So for Psychology 101 students, there is an opportunity to gain extra credit offered to you. So if you receive 2 out of the 4 credits by 5 p.m., the day of the extra credit deadline, you can receive a few points of extra credit to your Psych 101 class. However, please keep in mind that this is only possible if you have no unexcused absences from studies, and there are no exceptions, unfortunately. Now, please keep in mind that psychology participation is mandatory and itself is an actual credit. If you do not complete the research requirement, then you will receive an I, incomplete credit. This extra credit is offered to students who have earned 2 out of 4 credits and encourages people not to procrastinate in participating in the research studies or writing article summaries. Now, the final deadline to participate in research or write the article summaries is by 5 p.m. of the final deadline. Now, what happens if you don't complete the requirement? So for Psych 101 students, you will receive an incomplete grade for the course if you do not complete the research requirement. However, students do have 1 year to complete the requirement before the incomplete will lapse into an F. If you don't make up the requirement after that 1 year, unfortunately the incomplete grade will become an F on your transcript. So please do not take the research requirement lightly. Now, it's important to note that any research credits earned in the prior semester will not carry over to the makeup semester, so you do need to start from 0 in your makeup semester. Also, one exception to note is that if you did receive a D or an F in your Psychology 101 course, that will not be withheld from you. So you will receive a D or an F on your transcript even if you didn't complete the research requirement. All right, now here are some helpful tips. You will want to log in to Sona to see your total credits earned, both from research participation and the article summaries. If you are participating in research, you can expect to see your credits within 3 days. If you haven't received credit, you can contact the researcher of the study you participated in. And that's actually kind of important. If you contact us at Sci 101 Paper, we unfortunately won't be able to help you, so you will want to contact the researcher directly to update your credit status. Now, in regards to article summaries, those are graded twice per semester. Once shortly after the extra credit deadline, in which you can expect to see within about a week, and then the second article summary will be graded within about 1 week after the final deadline. And again, if you've lost your password, you can visit Sona. And if there are any other questions, you can feel free to email us at sci101paper@gmail.com. And finally, here are some helpful links for you to keep in mind and note if you have any other issues or questions. And I wish you all good luck and have a great semester.